It's just going to record. It's not telling me where it's putting it. I hope it records to my computer. I hate it when it goes to the web. All right. Welcome, guys. Well, if I can do this, anybody can do this. See how awesome this whole thing works? I just want to welcome you guys to an amazing information night. It's Tuesday night. It's last 5 days of the month. We've got a lot going on. We had amazing events over this last weekend, one in Texas and one in Arizona simultaneously. We had an amazing opportunity to share experiences and testimonials with other people, rub shoulders with them, hear how people have done amazing things. We recognized 2 more emeralds in the company, by the way. Checks were given out. Kind of exciting. Good old Sarah Alexander and Laura Hart made emerald. So we've got some amazing things happening in such a brand new company. Brand new. And our first fiscal month closed out in February. Just so you guys know, if anybody's new and here on the call for the first time, what that means is the first time we ever started a month and finished a month with finances and everything working in the company was the month of February. So we're beta testing everything. We're checking it all out, and that's what's kind of happening. My background is in chemistry. I was in cars. I love doing my stuff with aerospace. I ran a company, in fact, 5 different businesses, 3 which were in the semiconductor space. I also had a car dealership, believe it or not, and I raced cars. So my background's kind of diverse. I really like my cars. I really like my restoration hot rods and vintage race car racing. So eventually I'll be able to do that all day, every day. That's the idea. And tote my kids around and look at all the car shows as we fly around in our private plane. So I got some good goals, and we have a hangar that we can drive up to at our house. So we can park our plane at our house if we want to, which is really cool. So we plan on doing that in the near future. Globally is a network marketing company. I don't know if you guys know about network marketing, but it's a method in which a company chooses, instead of doing, you know, if they sell a supplement at GNC, they have to pay for the shelf space, lease it out, do contracts, that kind of thing, and then share profits. Sell it on Amazon, same thing. The network marketing space is a little unique and different because what they do is they entrust us with the marketing, the branding, the launch of the company, the advertising, and the solicitation of products. In doing so, they grant us those margins that normally would go to the shelf space, the GNC, the contracts, and the media coverage and commercials. So we have an opportunity here to partner with a company called Globally, and we're a 55-45 split. What does that mean? 55 cents of every dollar will have a chance to go to us, and 45 cents of every dollar has a chance to go to the company. That's powerful. Guys, that's a very generous split. In other words, we're majority earners, okay, in the company. And that's a powerful thing to say. So what is it that attracted me into this company? Well, first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about the industry. The network marketing space is it's really founded on pay forward. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, but it's literally on the premise, if we help other people, that will take care of ourselves. And if you're a very unselfish individual, you're going to do very well here, okay? But if you're a very conditional person where you'll only do something if someone does something for you, you're probably not going to do very well here, okay? The second thing you must have, there's 3 things you got to have, is you got to be coachable. And if you're a person that thinks you know everything, then you probably haven't done very good in any job that you've ever had, okay? So I'll just tell you right now, don't know anything, just listen and learn everything. And I'm not saying don't bring your talents to the table. That's not what I'm saying at all. But be coachable, be understandable. And I'm just sharing it on my personal experience. I came to the table in the network marketing space, pounding my chest, saying I'm a professional. I've had 70 employees. I know how to make real money. I'm an investor, blah, blah, blah. And this guy looked at me straight forward and he says, well, you're a professional, huh? What's a professional? I said, someone who has a briefcase, someone who wears a suit, someone, you know, who makes money. And he goes, yeah, professionals get paid to play. Amateurs pay to play. He goes, how are you doing? How's your check? And my check was nothing, okay? And he just let me have it. He just sliced my ego up in pieces. And he said, you know, most people, you know, when they tout that they're a professional, they're getting paid to play. So if you're spending more money in this business than you're making, you're still an amateur. And I was like, wow, that was a loud and clear, loud and clear. So it humbled me down to ask the right questions. Okay, so what do I need to do? And he coached me, mentored me through those next steps. And I became a professional network marketer. And I've made millions of dollars in this industry. I've fallen in love with many people around the world. And I've fallen in love with the idea and concept that we can make a difference in the world. And so that being said, this company, Globally, resonates with that whole concept, that whole culture, that whole idea of if we do a little bit here, it's going to magnify in a massive amount there. And we're going to be able to help a lot of people. And so if you've got a good work ethic and you're coachable, that's 2 of the 3 things. The third thing you need to have is passion. You've got to be passionate about our product. If you don't believe in the product, you're done before you start. Okay? So remember, it's passion, it's passion, it's passion. It's got to, and some of you guys might not even have tasted Taka yet. We were just having a conversation with one of the biggest leaders in Globally, and he says, you know what, I didn't even sign up for the Taka. I signed up for the Eternal, for the HGH. And I'm like, that's cool. He goes, but now, dude, I've been drinking Taka. I'm telling you right now, this is the best stuff I've ever had. And he just jokingly, he was kind of embarrassed to admit it. And I'm like, dude, it is the big fat Greek wedding of products. And he goes, what do you mean by that? And I said, the Big Fat Greek Wedding was the longest running movie in the theaters in history. So people saw it once, they saw it twice. 9 months in the theaters, guys. Big Fat Greek Wedding. A low budget film made it. Look at Napoleon Dynamite. How many people watched that the first time and said, eh? How many people? I mean, you have to watch it like 100 times for it to be funny. But it gets better and better every time you watch it. Okay? That's Taka. All right, just enough movie relations. So I'm going to share with you guys a couple slides that I think are imperative on, basically helping you make a decision if this is a good idea or not to join this company. And it's just simple. It's just simple math. It's let's see here. Here we go. Yay, we're here. So what I'm going to do here is go like that. That way I can see everybody. All right. So this is Globally. This is it. I love this picture. I don't know if you guys have ever been here, but do you guys know where this is? This is Greece. Okay. This is over the Mediterranean. You got Nice across that lake right there. Let me tell you something that's so special about this place is you can go in the Mediterranean, you can go travel like 15 different countries in a matter of a day or two and hit some of the most beautiful ports in the world. And I encourage you guys to dream a little bigger with me, and let's go rent a catamaran that's 60 feet wide, has 12 staterooms, and let's have the captain and his 2 crew take us around the Mediterranean for about 15 days and never have a schedule, never know, and we can all just cheers each other and say we did it, So Globally is a global company. The reason why I was attracted to it, yeah, I got some dreams and some things to do with my family, but travel's one of them. But if you look at this, again, I was talking with this leader. I'll just tell you it was Ray, okay? So Ray and I were having another conversation, and it's crazy to think in the industry right now how many people are in a 3-year build, right? They go 3 years and they're out. And then they have to find another company, and it's 3 years and they're out, and they have to find another company because they're using systems instead of truly talking with people, okay? They're not building relationships, they're building systems. And he says there's a careful balance. He's a systems guy, and we were talking about how I'm a person guy, and I really want to get into the systems, and he wants to get into the persons. And so it's kind of like we're balancing each other's talents out and magnifying the opportunity that is in front of us. So I'm just proud to say that I've been able to work with some amazing people around the world, and I'm more excited to work with the people that are currently here in Globally than I've ever been before. And we're a clean company. We have culture. We have the idea and concept that if we can all just, lock arms together, a little peace, love, and hippie beats kind of situation, this culture can really grow and to become something so strong, inseparable, and indivisible, right? That's the idea. So what drives me to do this company? Why Globally for me? Let's see here. Where are we at? Here's my kids. My oldest daughter is down on the right next to my wife. My son in the middle is serving a mission in Atlanta, Georgia. He was the #1 defensive player of the year for the state of Arizona in outside linebacker position. as well as defense. That's the first time they've given it to a defensive player in 18 years. I have to brag on him a little. My daughter doing the duck face up right on top center, that's Alyssa Ray. She is at Oregon State. And Micaiah Linney, just to the right, is my 17-year-old ace volleyball player, 6 foot tall, and can jump like 30 inches. So she's doing some amazing things in volleyball. And then we got the 2 little boys in the rounding the end, Brian and Johnny. So 3 boys, 3 girls. We're excited about this. I vowed when I talked to my wife when we got married, I said, I do not want to be a parent that does not have someone present when our kids leave the house or come home from school. I didn't want to have a latchkey family. I didn't want to be that father that couldn't be on field trips, the mom that couldn't be available. So bless my wife, when we started the network marketing career path, obviously there wasn't a lot of money to be made at the beginning. And she went back to full-time work as a nurse, and she worked nights. And she put me through network marketing school is what I call it. And in 18 months, I was able to tell her, put your 2 weeks notice in. We replaced your income. We're good to go. And we never looked back. And so we've been at stay-at-home parents since. And working out of the home has been a big blessing to us. We've got, good. Sorry. Oregon State's that's a different thing. We're at the University of Oregon, the Beavers, but that's okay. The Ducks we don't talk about them. Someone put in the chat. Sorry, we're getting a little sidetracked. I will not read the chat anymore, and I'll just tell you about this opportunity because it's about an opportunity that we can all take together. And I talked about the corporate, the corporate styles of things, and I talked about the field leadership of things. And basically this slide, believe there's good in the world, and the good comes from you. Be the good. So if we can all really focus on the mirror and self-improvement and be better people day in and day out, we're going to improve things, and people are going to be attracted to that. All right, we got some. So today we're going to find out if you're a 1, 2, or 3. Okay, simply placed. A number 1 is a person that says, you know what, I'm not really interested in this. Network marketing is not for me. A number 2 is a person that says, you know what, I want to take your product. I want to see, how it does for me. And a number 3 says, you know what, I get it. $500, it's a no-brainer. I want to be first. I want to be part of this opportunity. I want to be at the beginning. You recognize timing, and we're ready to go. So it's as simple as this. There are 10%, and I already have a doodle. So someone yellowed. But here's the thing. 10% people succeed, 90% of the people fail, right? Have you ever heard of this before? That 90% of all businesses fail in the first 3 years. You've heard that statistic. A lot of people tout it, but no one really knows where it came from. It came from a study. It was someone asked me where I got this information from. It was my business law and ethics textbook from college, and Peter Drucker was the co-author of that textbook. So Peter Drucker did a study of 60,000 companies over 30 years. And what he discovered was there were some that succeeded and some that failed. And he said, well, let's learn from the 10% that succeeded. Would you guys like to know who they are? Those 10% that succeeded had 5 things in common. And of course, their company, products, timing, trends, and compensation. So let's talk about the company first. Lamia Bataib is one of the owners. She is from a little country called Tunisia. And she literally started her network marketing career by going to Google and Googling how to be a millionaire. There was a subject matter on there that was talking about network marketing. She then went to Italy to find out how to enroll in a network marketing company. She enrolled, she came back to her parents. She drew circles on her hand and she showed her family, this is how I'll be a millionaire. I draw circles, I do circles, and I put people in circles, and I'd be a millionaire. So 18 months later, she was the top paid distributor in the network marketing space in 1 year's time with the top ranked, was it $15 million she made in 1 year. So she knows how to network market. She built a team of 500,000 people in 18 months. She went to work, and she's here with us today. She's proud because she said, I've always had a dream of owning a network marketing company, and she always had a dream of working with a guy named Mark McKnight. So Mark is the guy that has been developing products for 20 plus years. When big network marketing companies want to diversify from coffee to vitamin line, or from a vitamin line to to a drink line, or for a drink line to, let's say, a protein shake, you know, they would always call Mark McKnight and say, what can you give us that's white labeled so we can put our name on it? What these network marketing companies don't understand is a lot of them have the same products as the other. And you have these people comparing, hey, my product's better than yours. Well, believe it or not, it's made in the same place. So Mark has been formulating probably the best products you've ever seen, the highest level of ingredients, the highest quantity of active ingredients. And these, for the past 20 years, he sold that company 4 years ago, consulted for them to keep the 70 network marketing companies happy in transition. That non-compete came up in October, and he was developing one product called wrapped around one ingredient, and that's Taka. So Taka formulation started with one ingredient, and then 21 ingredients later, we've got probably the best, most healthiest energy, anti-inflammatory drink available in the market space. We know we have the most active ingredients. Then you round it off with Nodder, this trifecta. Nodder is the guy that would open up systems in countries and help registration of products and ingredients in countries. He would help companies do amazing things to get their companies started, not on a local scale, but an international, okay? So you ask yourself, is this a good company? Sure. Do we have the right funds? We have more funds than we need, okay? We have the best products and the best company decisions. And so what Peter Drucker said the company needs to have is capital and integrous decisions and best practices, okay? So if a company is not paying their bills on time, they don't want to be out of debt, the guy takes money out of one account to buy his Ferrari instead of pay the payroll, that's a problem. That company's not going to last very long, okay? The second thing we've got to have to be 10% or be successful is product. We've got to have leading edge. We've got to have category creating. We've got to have something that is proprietary, that is supported by trends. Guys, we were just talking about earlier, about our energy drink, that it is actually growing in demand within the existing consumer base, not to mention the new people buying it. But the people that have consumed Taka over and over are now, instead of consuming one Taka a day or 4 or 5 or 6 Taka a day, because they end up loving it and it has no carb crash or energy crash side effects. And because there are no sugars, there's no carb cravings drinking Taka. People are having a dramatic effect in their weight loss as a side effect, right? So our next product is called Eternal. So here's the ingredients of Taka. Some of the most key ingredients is turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory of the fatty lipids. So it's very effective in the liver, the kidneys, and the brain, okay? Hibiscus, blueberries, rhodiola rosea was the key ingredient that started this whole crop out. The crops were growing, and Mark saw anyway, it's a cool story. I'll tell that later. Keep it short. Ionic minerals are the ones that keep us balanced in our pH. Acidic and fucoidan is a very healthy source of protein. So BCAAs are in here. What are those? Amino acids that help build muscle, and that comes from the fucoidan. So we have those products. Now the next product I'm talking about is Eternal. This one is crazy, guys. Talk about category creating. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. I know my mustache is tickling me. But Eternal, here's the deal. Eternal comes from HGH. The HGH hormone in our body was created to help our body grow muscle, to help it expand into the growth hormone, the growth plates of our body. So we're adolescent through maturity. We have plenty of HGH to help our growth plates grow and our body recover. Around 20, 22 years of age, the HGH levels start to diminish, and then the aging process starts. So Eternal, what we've done is we've patented 3 formulations to come together which stimulate the body's own production of its HGH hormone. So HGH, what does it do? Okay, guys, amino acids is one of the formulations. GABA increases relaxation, reduces stress, creates a more balanced and deeper sleep. Okay, when you sleep, you repair. Essential minerals are the powerful patented combination that supports the increase of IGF-1. IGF-1 is the enzyme that you need to stimulate the pituitary gland to upregulate HGH production. So you guys understand that we support hormone health, we naturally produce growth hormone, and we support better sleep. Guys, it's amazing what this product's going to do. So if you think HGH isn't on a downcline or an incline, look at this. The purple stripe right across, the very big one, is human growth deficiency anticipated by the billions by 2025, okay? This is going up at 1 billion people per year in the US of A alone. So if we have a product that's gonna decrease the deficiency of HGH, what do you think is gonna happen? And you think that's gonna be a trend? Absolutely. So do we have good products? Absolutely. Category creating, they're consumable, one of a kind, and they're going to do some amazing things for our body. Like I said, this is just 2 products of 47 that we plan on releasing over the next 10 years. What's next? Trends. Trends. Look at what the New Year's resolutions are. What is the biggest New Year's resolution? Lose weight, get healthy. Number 2, change my financial position. Guys, we have trends right now pushing weight loss and health within our product space. We have financial wellness, graceful aging, young again, and strong. That is the new, it's the new skinny, is strong. Do you realize that? We have the products to support that trend. The next thing I have to talk about is timing. Simply put, what is timing? When is the best time to get involved in a business, at the beginning or the end? The beginning. When's the best time to invest in a stock? Who wants to be part of Amazon, 15 years ago versus today, okay? So that's what you gotta look at. What is the biggest risk? Being involved at the beginning. So it's a catch-22. But what we want to do is show you tonight that literally we've thought of every possible risk we can foresee. There's things in the future of economy breakdowns and everything else that we can't. But we can definitely take our 20 years of experience and our deep bench of 5 individuals with Kirby and Chris rounding out the 5. And we can round this off and say, you know what? I think this is going to make it. I know it's going to make it. In fact, it's going to be a unicorn. If we control the culture with us, everybody who's on this Zoom today, we're the ones that are going to make a difference when it comes to decision making in choosing the right or choosing the now, right? Sometimes this long-term decisions are tarnished because we make short-term choices, and we're not going to do that here. Okay, we're always going to be with the end in mind. So timing is everything. So what Peter Drucker said is if your company has 4 of the 5 components, it's still part of the 90% that fail. You can have the best company, the best products, the trends, and the timing. You're launching this product, and this pill comes out, and it cures everybody's problems, and you're charging $60 a pill, and you find out it's costing you $120 a pill to make. How long are you in business? Not very long. So let's talk about compensation. If you're interested, let's tell you how you can make some simple money. We call this 21 and 21, all right? So here's what happens. You're going to get involved, and you're going to help 2 people recognize the value of TACA and HGH. They're going to want to buy it, try it, and taste it themselves. You're going to help them get 2. So by you joining in and getting Jan and Dawn involved, you spent your $500 to get your inventory so that you can help others see it as soon as possible, right? Well, Jan's going to pay you, the company's going to pay you $50 for getting Jan in and $50 for getting Dawn in. Now you made $100. Now we're going to help Jan and Dawn do the same thing that you did. So us above are going to help you get 1, 2, and 1 and 2 in Jan and Dawn's organization. This is going to pay you $25 for every person they put in. So they put in 2 each, that's another $100. You follow me? Now, here's where it gets exciting because the company recognizes you put $500 in, let's help you get your $500 back. If you do this, help 2 get 2, in 21 days, the company's going to pay you an additional $300. That $300 plus 2 $100 bills is $500 earned by you in 21 days. That pays you quicker than your credit card statement comes out. You can pay the credit card off before it accrues interest. Now, here's the crazy part, guys. If you do Jan and Dawn and you enroll Pat and Julie, okay? So Pat comes in at $500, you're gonna now earn 20%, which is $100 instead of 50 like Jan and Dawn because you've elevated your pay scale. So you're at 20% for life coded to you. I know this sounds weird if you've never been in one of these before. All I can tell you is this. You help 2 get 2, you help 2 get 2, and you help 2 get 2. Okay? So you end up enrolling 6 people and you help those 6 people get 2 in 21 days. You're making $2,100 or more. Okay? So this is how you can make $2,100 in 21 days. I can't believe that. That's very generous. It's crazy. Everybody gets amazing products and they get a kickstart into making their $500 back as well. Okay? So it's very simple process. Help 2 get 2. Our compensation plan does this. We had the end in mind, which means we had the behavior in mind not just go out and blow this thing up and have hype, go out and make a bunch of people recruit with no back end possibilities. So what our compensation plan does is it promotes sustaining growth. In other words, it promotes you to sustain your health and help your team. It pays you to lead them. It pays you to train them. It pays you to support them. It pays you to recruit them, and it pays you to night and launch. Okay, this is the craziest thing that people sometimes overlook in comp plans. They get so enamored by the percentages and the monies and the potentials and the possibilities that they forget to look at the full picture. We're a balanced comp plan: 33% in the front end, 30% in the middle, and of course 30% in the back end on the leadership. Most people say, "Oh, you know what? Most people make the money, in those network marketing things, only the people at the top make all the money." That is true in some companies because they have no recruiting bonuses, they have no leadership and no support and training bonuses. You guys, our first 4 ranks aren't even related to volume. They're related to structure and setting it up for the best and long-term ability for you. So we have amazing support, we have amazing training, and that's what makes us different. And then you've heard of other people that get involved in network marketing saying, oh, you have to go and recruit 1,000 people. Okay, we don't want that either. Okay, we want you to understand that you don't have to recruit 1,000 people. Like I said, you help 2 get 2, right? And you're going to get paid for helping those people and those people and those people get in. It's an amazing situation. So do we have an amazing comp plan? Sure. Number 5, compensation is there. So do we have all 5 components for this company to succeed? Are we a 10% company? Yes, we're the ones that are going to go with or without anybody on the Zoom tonight. This company will make it to $1 billion. It will make it far beyond that. The question I have for you is, what about you? Okay. Are you done? Are you ready? Is this the right timing for you? Okay. Is this the time for you to figure this out? Saying, you know what, I get it. Network marketing isn't about just my efforts. It's about the timing. It's about the trends. It's about the product. It's about the company. You could have the best product in the world, but maybe your compensation plan didn't work. Or maybe your owners were a little shaky on the integrity level. Maybe they didn't deliver products on time. Let me just slow you down real quick and just evaluate where you are in your life. You just have to ask yourself, do I really need a change? Am I sick and tired? I mean, do you realize that extra $500 a month, that's only $6,000 a year? And I'll share that. I'll end with this story. I had a buddy. In fact, he's still one of my closest friends. He came to me at the end of one year, just depleted, depressed, discouraged, and he's telling me he wished he would have got in with me. He didn't. And then he says, it's December. I don't even have money for my bill, my credit cards, and I don't even have presents. And I knew he was going to ask me for a loan. I thought that's what he was doing. He was asking me for a loan. And I'm expecting this loan to be about $30,000 to help him get out of his problems. And when I said, what do you need? What do you need to make Christmas right and start the new year without being in debt? And he said, $6,000. I hit him so hard in his shoulder, he fell on the ground. I was so mad I couldn't even see straight at him. I don't understand. $6,000, that's $500 a month. You should have signed up with me if that's all you needed. I could help you make $500 a month. You idiot. I'm just letting you guys know. Please don't shortchange this. Don't ruin this opportunity by you saying it won't work for you. It works for everybody who wants to have a work ethic, who wants to have passion, who wants to be coachable. All I'm telling you is, here's you. Put your name in that circle, and you start making phone calls saying, hey, I got 6 spots I'm trying to fill. Do you want in or out? Well, what is it about? When do you have 10 minutes? Get on the phone with Jeremy. Watch this webinar. Tell me what you think. That's what it is. Connect with Globally. We have amazing sites. We have videos. Go to the Globally website. Look at all the training materials, you guys. Go through the back office. Look what they've already provided for you. As a startup company, this is unbelievable. So I'm just asking you guys, remember who you are. Remember that this is something bigger than you. Remember that we believe there's good in the world. And this is a big sign in my household. We got a big plaque, and it says, believe there's good in the world, and be the good is highlighted in yellow. And the reason why that is because we want you guys to know that it's not about pointing the fingers out in the world. It starts in the mirror. And if we can all just make that little tweak and we can all just become friends, let's start there. Let's start with drinking Taka and sharing it with somebody that we truly care about, saying, look, it reduces inflammation in the cardiovascular system. 82% of the clientele, the clinical study, 82% showed a reduction of inflammation in 30 days. Boom. I mean, those studies are coming out, guys. Get ready. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to escape this one and stop sharing. But just to wrap it up, you just need to ask yourselves one thing. Is it the right time for you? You know, do you want a simple $500 a month change? Or do you want a $5,000 a month change? Or do you want a $50,000 a month change? I know those are big numbers, and I know that gets to 100 million and crazy stuff, and you can continue to add it up and add it up. But I know anybody on this call can get to 100 grand a month. That's the part that you guys need to believe. I believe in you more than you believe in yourselves. There's no differentiator if you've never done this before, or I have done it for a little bit. You might, because I'm a smooth talker. I know everything. Bull crap. I have 5 weeks. I have 5 weeks advantage over you. 5 weeks is all. Okay. So do I have influence? Maybe. Do I have it? But the bottom line, guys, when I got involved in my first company, I was in a startup not knowing what the heck I was doing. And I still rose to the 10% of the ownership of that company. Okay. I didn't know what I was doing. It was timing that equalized my opportunity with the people that had 8, 10, 20 years experience, some in Amway and everything. I got the same income they did. So you guys understand this. You will have the same income, the same opportunity. There is no strings attached. There's no secret deals under the table. We are all here to help one another grow this company to where it should be and where it's going to be. And I invite you guys, truly get with the person that brought you here. Don't ask more questions. Just say, hey, where do I swipe my credit card? I get it. I don't need to know everything to do everything, right? We don't need to know everything. I was just talking to my daughter about marriage, and I said, baby, nobody knows how to be a wife. It's just, you get married and you figure it out, okay? You just don't get a book, here's how to be a wife, and you're a perfect wife from the get-go. No one knows how to be a network marketer. You just jump in and figure it out. Figure it out, be resourceful, trust the people that are above you, trust the people that are inviting you, trust the webinars, and know that the product's good. Just drink it and lose weight and get healthy and have fun and make money. So get your 20 people in, and those 20 people will be 20,000, and boom, you're getting a little cha-ching off of every person that, you know, buys that product. So this is the presentation. It's that simple. We're 33 minutes over. We're 10 minutes over, guys. I walked a little bit too much, and I talked a little bit too much, but I sure appreciate the attendance. We're going to have some new faces next week presenting. So Angelique and Caleb and Jacqueline and everybody's going to, even John Canada is going to start presenting. So Diane Burlingame is going to start presenting. I'm looking at faces here. Cheryl's going to do some presentations. We can depend on a lot of leaders here. You guys are in some good spots. Sheena, I already know Sheena can rock it. So I want you guys to know something. One last thing. And I know I say you guys, but I just, you know, I mean girls too. Don't get all politically correct on me. I don't go there. I mean everybody. I love you all. I want you to know that there's some amazing things that are happening within this company. There's some amazing things that are going to happen within this company thanks to everybody on this call. So thanks again for coming. You know, let's go get it done. Get your people in. I want to hear how things are going from all walks of life. And Amy Jackson, you're on Tuesday next week. We'll get you right there. All right.
Thanks, Jeremy.
You guys are welcome.
Nice.